Right, so today we're going deep on something I find really fascinating. It's this whole idea of stillness. And I don't just mean like, sitting quietly for a bit.
Right.
We're talking about stillness as like a powerful concept, the kind of thing explored by, you know, the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood.
Yeah.
We've got some excerpts here from a text called Stillness, the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood's Path to Truth.
Oh, interesting.
And honestly, it's making me rethink like how much my own busy mind,
Yeah.
might actually be the thing that's creating all this chaos I feel all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a really interesting perspective they have on this. What's striking to me about this Atlantean perspective is how they view the mind. They equate it to a pool of water.
Okay.
And they argue that every single thought, every worry, every desire, everything creates like these ripples on the surface of that water.
I get it.
And all those ripples, they obscure the depths of the water, right?
That's a really cool image. But how does that like translate to actually living?
Well, think about your typical day.
Right.
Just constant, like, social media, deadlines, just this barrage of information coming at you.
Yeah.
It's like we're constantly throwing rocks into that pool nonstop.
Right.
And so the Atlanteans would say this actually prevents us from seeing reality clearly.
So instead of like blaming like the external factors for all the stress and the chaos,
Yeah.
maybe it's more about like our internal state being like choppy.
Exactly. And this is where this really interesting concept of the mirror of the soul comes in.
Ooh, the mirror of the soul.
And this isn't like a literal mirror, right?
Okay.
It's a metaphor for a state of pure awareness that we can achieve through stillness.
Gotcha.
When that water is still, that's when we can see to the depth, connect with our true selves, and perceive truth without any distortion.
That really makes me think about like how both Jesus and Buddha, they talked about stillness, right?
Oh, yeah.
As leading to like this deeper understanding. So it seems like it's a universal idea. It's not just like an Atlantean thing.
Exactly.
But then the source material goes like even deeper. And it gets kind of intriguing here. It claims that a society that fears stillness also fears truth.
Oh, wow.
Why would that be?
Well, think about it, right? If you're constantly distracted, you're much easier to control.
Mhm.
A restless mind is just jumping from one thing to the next, consuming, comparing, never really questioning anything.
Right, right.
But stillness, on the other hand, that allows for introspection. It gives you space to ask, do I really need all this stuff that I'm being told I need?
It's almost like stillness is kind of subversive in a way.
I think so, yeah.
It challenges these like systems in place that thrive on us being dissatisfied and always wanting more.
Absolutely. And to that point, the Atlanteans actually used the fall of their own civilization as a warning.
Oh, wow.
They claim their downfall was rooted in internal chaos, neglecting the importance of stillness. So it really makes you wonder, right? Are we heading down a similar path?
Okay, so stillness is important, maybe even crucial, right?
Right.
But how do we actually cultivate it?
Right.
I mean, completely emptying your mind just sounds impossible to me.
Yeah. And thankfully, the Atlanteans, they actually offer some practical guidance on this. They outline a 3-step approach to cultivating stillness.
Okay, lay it on me.
All right, so it all starts with mastering the body.
Yeah.
And this could be like, meditation or simply just taking a moment to relax and release any tension that's in your body.
Right.
It's really about laying the foundation for mental stillness.
So it's like calming the outer world.
Yeah.
Start calming the inner world.
Exactly. And then next comes observing the mind.
Okay.
This is where you notice your thoughts as they arise, right? But you don't engage with them. You just observe them without judgment, like you're watching clouds just drift by.
Yeah.
And this is where, it can get a little tricky,
Right.
but also incredibly liberating.
It does sound challenging, but also like kind of freeing.
Yeah.
Like you're not your thoughts, you're just watching them.
Exactly. And then finally, embracing silence.
Okay.
This is where, in the absence of that mental chatter, the Atlanteans say, that's when we can hear the whispers of our soul.
Wow.
The deeper wisdom that's within us. And again, this isn't about like achieving a blank mind or anything.
Right.
It's about finding the stillness that holds those thoughts.
It's like going from being like tossed around by the waves to actually recognizing the ocean's vast depth beneath.
Precisely. And this leads to what I find the most powerful about the Atlantean teachings on this.
Okay.
They saw a storm not as a disruption, but as a reminder of the underlying peace that always exists. It's such a shift in perspective, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
So it's not about eliminating thoughts completely,
Nope.
but more about like changing our relationship to them.
Exactly.
Well,
And that brings us to, I think, the most profound takeaway from all of this.
okay.
You, the listener, you are not those ripples of thought and emotion.
Wow.
You are the stillness that observes them.
That's a really profound idea.
It is.
It makes you realize we all have that capacity for stillness within us. It's not like some distant goal. It's a part of who we are. So if we could see our lives as like this reflection of our internal state, what would we change to cultivate more stillness? What resonates with you most from all of this? We'd love to hear your thoughts.